All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is going to be for November 30th through December 6th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, very different from mainstream astrology, which you can find more about down below. All right, Taurus, so this week the haze lifts off of that Saturn squaring up to Neptune energy slowly over the week. By the weekend, we should start to feel it lifting even more. And so this is about the uncertainty and doubt about the future, about the structures that we're building in our life, and just generally how things are going. So there's clarity slowly as the week unfolds. There's also some exciting aspects, which I'll talk about. Here's the transit graph. We do have Mercury trining up to Uranus on Tuesday, which is quite nice. Mercury squaring up to Jupiter, which actually feels quite optimistic. And then the weekend, we do have a mixed energy. Now, these first couple weeks of December are very transformative, and we'll really start to feel that transformative energy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into the rest of this first half of December. But generally, the week does look nice, especially with this sort of fog lifting up. So let's see what this looks like in your transit chart. We've got Saturn squaring up to Neptune from your 7th house. So if there's been that uncertainty, what have you, about the relationship stuff, the one-on-one connections, or the career stuff, the big picture public stuff or legacy, that is what we're talking about here. That's what's going to slowly start to lift up. Now around Monday, the sun is very much over Saturn still. So if there is that refinement and constructive energy with self-expression, maybe through those one-on-one connections, and probably more specifically in relation to your emotional body, because the sun rules your 4th house. So here it's about that confining energy of Saturn, kind of keeping everything in a box that you're very passionate about emotionally, and also things that are important to you that are sentimental, such as home, family, could even be your health that maybe you're really starting to take seriously this early part of the week. So it's a good energy to work with constructively. Again, it is going to be squaring up to Neptune, so there is naturally that uncertainty about it. But again, just like I've been saying, faith and working hard are really the implementations of this kind of energy. But that went mostly exact just the previous weekend on Sunday. So it's really just finishing up with those experiences on Monday. Then on Tuesday, Mercury trining up to Uranus, very nice. So this is from the area of those one-on-one connections and relationships, something new, maybe something exciting involving group stuff or community things with Uranus in that 11th house. So usually it's, it depends on our personal chart to the extent, but it does mix things up, kind of spices things up a little bit, and it could be a good, refreshing new perspective in terms of all of this sort of stuff going on, especially in the relationship realm of things. And it is squaring up to Chiron, so there could be some healing. Maybe there's a little bit of inhibition about it and wounds being healed, but that will certainly take place as a result of this, more of that healed feeling. Then on Friday, we do have Mercury then squaring up to Jupiter from that 7th house. So again, activating your perspective, helping you change your perspective in terms of one-on-one relationships, really expanding it, helping you feel more optimistic. Jupiter's been in your 4th house for the past at least few months now. So there's been, continuous growth, continuous learning about what's really important to you emotionally, about home, about family, these kinds of things, and possibly even expansion there. So good energy there, good optimism perhaps, and a new perspective in terms of maybe how you can bring in more of that emotional connection or, connection with your your family, your friends, things like that on that deeper level. Not so much in the Scorpio deeper, but just emotionally, where there's nurturing, where there's bonding, where there's that natural exchange of the watery areas of life. So that's going to be, I think, expanding you. And do keep everything grounded, though, because it is a square. Because, oftentimes with Jupiter, we do feel quite exuberant from it. So if you are feeling that exuberance, do keep both feet on the ground. Watch any extremes with that. But at the very least, that optimism could be channeled very effectively to more of this hard work and discipline that maybe you could be putting into those one-on-one connections, or at least could be very healthfully with Saturn here. Now, over the weekend, the sun does sextile up to Mars, so we could be feeling quite vile, quite motivated. This is pretty good. It's an opening for that good focus and intent when it comes to those relationships, when it comes to home and family matters, which is quite good. Now, Mars is going to be squaring up to Pluto for the next week to 10 days here. So when it comes to your drives, when it comes to your intentions, again, even relating to relationships, because Mars rules that 7th house of yours, but particularly with how you express yourself, and particularly with your joys in life, whatever you consider your passions or your hobbies, things like that. I think there's been a lot of drive, a lot of motivation for you to express yourself, and that's great. But what Pluto is going to do is help you really see it from a deep truth, a deep perspective. What's really going on underneath those passions? What's really fueling those passions? So it's a good time to restructure, to get rid of any old belief systems relating to what you enjoy in life. And the more willing you are to do that, then it can be very, very constructive. So when you express yourself deeply, honestly, rawfully, that's not a word, but from that core, then you do have that transformation, that change which is occurring with all of this. So that's going to be a key with this, from Pluto pulling on this from your 8th house, trying to get you to really go deeper in general. And here it's specifically relating to your relationships, your self-expression, and even maybe meditation or relaxation, anything behind the scenes, which is Mars ruling that 12th house of yours. So then that's going to be, like I said, a very important part of this, and it is forming this T-square as we go into next week in an opposition up to Uranus. So do keep things grounded and balanced with the creative, self-expressive stuff, I would say, over the weekend. But I'll talk more on that going into next week. All right, Taurus, I hope you guys have a great one. If you guys have any questions, please do let me know. If you haven't already, do sign up for the 2-for-1 readings that I'm offering for the holidays on the next page. You can find more about that by clicking the link. And I'll see you guys all next time. All right, take care.